So yeah, so what's up, guys? Welcome back to another interview. And today, I've got One Still Standing on the line. So, how you guys doing? How you both doing?
How are you doing?
Good stuff. And so yeah, you obviously in the band One Still Standing, and I've actually played you guys on my heavymetal show as well.
Yeah, thanks for playing us.
Did you enjoy it? Yeah, you must have enjoyed it, eh? Because I played the new single. It was really great, actually. And
it's a good feeling, if I'm honest. It's like, because my girlfriend was saying earlier, like the other day, because like we're being played on the radio in here, and we're being played there, and we're being played there. And so,
yeah,
how does it feel? It's
because it's
weird.
It's how's it weird? Everyone. I play loads of local bands on this station, Sam Radio, and on my metal show. It's like loads of underground bands. So I got sent that through from a guy called Martin from Bespoke Media. He sent me that through. So then he sent me some great bands. So and I've been playing that on my show, and I feel like various other metal bands as well. So like most of the bands I play in the show are quite small underground bands. And I kind of keep it to a mixture as well. I do play sort of old oddballs, new singles as well, sort of new bands, like new singles from big bands as well. And I play some old fresh bands. I play a mixture of metal genres in my show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't really talk about too much in depth the show, because this is the interview. So as I say, I'm going to ask you questions as well, of course.
Okay.
So what I'll say, so obviously, and so what you can just ask the wee bio about what you do and that in the bands. We would ask the questions.
Okay.
Then a wee bio, like what you do in the band.
I'm the vocalist of the band. I just sing. RJ?
I play lead guitar. I also do backing vocals and make really loud noises and nearly hit my guitar.
We have Owen Trott, who does lead guitar, not lead, ribbon, that's RJ, that does lead guitar. Owen does ribbon guitar, Ed does bass, and Jake does drums.
Good stuff. And so you would obviously have, if you had everyone on, it would be quite a big full set as well. And so you're a 5-piece band, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the three of us saw the lots of new single it's put out recently, and you got the music video set in a bus depot or something, or garage or something.
Yeah, it was a bus depot in Manchester.
Lee, just outside Manchester.
Lee, yeah. Yeah.
So you got set there. Maybe one of you guys, if you have like a bus mechanic or something, works on the buses or something, and that's where you can just get the video in and set in a bus depot. And
our band manager Dyson, I always mess this up, so it might be wrong. So his family own the Lee bus sort of system, so it was just like one of the depots I think they were selling or something. So it's quite a handy like little area. Like the acoustics are brilliant, but it's good if you were like listening to the same song over and over for 8 hours straight. So at least we all learned the words then.
But it would actually be a better spot for these bands to actually play, because it's quite open as well, and metal bands could actually maybe play gigs there, because it's a big open space as well. It's just the matter they have to close it. It's just the matter in case you play a gig or something, they'll have to kind of divert the buses outside the depot or something.
Yeah.
Bring them outside and not get them in the depot for the evening or something. And then they'll just drive them when the gig finishes, they'll just put them in the depot. So
or I could jump on the X4 and go home.
I did want to use one of the buses for a shot, but I wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
I got told.
We could just talk about buses all the time, because my uncle actually used to body the buses back in the day, and he used to body buses, and so he worked with a bus company in Scotland, and obviously is a bus filmer in Scotland that he bodies buses. So he's been doing that for a while. It's nice to see some of the old buses. Maybe if there's ever like an old bus, you can have like a wee photograph or something standing on the old bus or something, like the classic buses or something that they take out usually. It's nice to see that. And then again,
I've got an idea for a shot. We're standing on the top of a double-decker bus as it's driving through, but I don't think that's going to logistically work because someone's going to fall.
Have a music video set in an open top bus or something.
Oh yeah.
Have a wee moss pit or something. I just came in mind actually. They should have like a wee sort of mini metal gig in an open top bus and it's moving or something.
Oh, that's not happened before. I don't think that's happened before. There's a band called Defiled who they're in the Guinness Book of World Records because they're the first band to ever play on a moving iceberg. And I thought, you've got to do something like that. Something like that's pretty cool. It's like Metallica played in Antarctica. They did a whole gig, and yeah, we should do it on a bus.
Do it on a moving tour bus or something, and something will come up. But that I mean that's good. That's really cool. I never even knew Defiled did that, and I knew it's just something unique. Maybe so many metal bands out there can just come up with a neat video and just find some of these unique places that you can set it and that as well.
Yeah.
I've maybe seen some singers maybe performing in open top buses right enough. That's maybe something. This artist or something, one person, like one man artist or something, they probably perform on open top moving buses. I've definitely seen that in videos. So that's normal, but maybe a band might be difficult because your instruments will move when the bus is turning around the corner.
Yeah.
Unless it's just static, unless it's just parked somewhere and just do it static way, then it might not be a problem. Maybe you could just take maybe there'll be a shot with the bus maybe moving, but maybe if they have a camera in the bus, the camera maybe on the bus itself, and the bus is that static or something, then it would not. People wouldn't make out it's moving when they have a view that you can't see just trees or that moving. It'll just look static. So maybe that's something to do. It's quite neat. But say, are you ready? You asked something. Are you ready to start on some questions then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And so I'll ask the first question. Then, how did you guys start the band?
Well, I'll let you start it, Vic, because you were there first.
Basically, we just started off. I think it was. Well, I originally just wanted to start a band, and we met RJ at the shed, and I met Owen there as well, on different occasions. And RJ, we turned around to RJ and we were just like, "Oh, do you want to do lead guitar for us and everything?" We got an audition going because we want to like try and sort out a band and everything. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And we asked Owen the same thing, so we just got them two in just to see what they were capable of and everything. And like ever since then, we all just started. And then it was Jake that came along first, wasn't it, or was it Ed?
Ed joined last April. Jake officially joined in January. Yeah.
Jake was a recent addition, so yeah, Ed was first.
What I thought was quite funny is the first night out I had in Leicester, when I first met you, because you're in a band before Every Rope and Noose, and I remember we'd all been drinking a fair amount, and I just looked at her and I went, "I'm going to be your lead guitarist," and she went, "We've already got a lead guitarist." Went, "Nah, but you're going to want me." And then like I think it was about a week later, you said, "Oh, the lead guitarist has left." And I was like, "Okay, I'll audition."
But
I
yeah.
thought it was quite, because me and Owen both auditioned for the lead guitarist role, and then when the guy who they had before, Owen, even though like he's a brilliant rhythm guitarist, he still like was better than the other guy. So it's just, well, can't we have them both and then just kick him out? Okay, yeah. And then we said, well, because the band before it was different people, it was a different altogether sound, and we had all new people. So we just thought, well, why don't we just, instead of be what was, just make something new. And just ever since then we're just trying to say, well, do we sound like this? Well, we sound a bit like this, we sound a bit like this, we'll just do all of it.
Yeah.
You do sound really heavy as well. When I heard the single, it was really heavy.
Mm.
It's got that sort of modern sort of metal sound to it as well. So that's good stuff actually. So you just then you getting it. So you kind of got your. Did you get your bass player early this year then? Is that what you're saying earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, Ed joined in, I think it was about April last year, and then yeah, because our original bassist left, and then we had a few shows that were lined up, and so we got a couple of stand-in bassists, and then shortly after that, because we'd known Ed for years, because he was in another band, and we always used to like drink a lot at the shed, so we met him. Just, well, we all get on with him, and he says, well, I don't actually play drums, I play bass. Oh, cool, because we need a bassist. Do you want to join? Yeah, okay, cool. And it was literally as quick as that.
That's good. So it's usually difficult ones.
At the shed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
all
it's
just
not-
sitting. Can I join your band? Yeah.
We just all seem to meet at the shed.
The shed, is that like a pub or something then? It's one of your local ones there. Is that a pub or something, the shed?
Yeah, the shed in Leicester. It's what's the best way to describe it? It's a venue that we always go to, but not necessarily just because we're playing. It's based in Leicester. I don't live in Leicester. All the other guys live in Leicester area. But every time, like obviously back when it could open quite a lot, then we'd always go there every weekend, if not every weekend, then every other weekend. Pretty sure I was there 5 nights in a row once at some point last year.
Yeah, it's a really nice place to be. Like you just feel so welcome there and everything. It's just great. The people there are really nice, and like even just going there and just you get to meet new people just like you, and you're just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
And I was introduced to my new favourite drink, Hula Hooch, not sponsored.
Because that. And so they must have some great bands there then. If in the shed, they must have some good bands playing gigs there then.
Yeah, I've seen loads of bands. The first band I saw there was Cabin Boy Jump Ship, that's quite big in Leicester. And we've supported them. I think is it twice now, Vic? Last year,
times.
yeah, it was. I know definitely last year because we had. It was before we went recording, so I think it's been because they were about to go on tour in Russia, and then it was one because they had a tour in March just before, well, as lockdown kicked in. I think we were one of the last bands to play with them. So and it was their last show, wasn't it? Because everything had to cancel because of lockdown.
Yeah, it was.
Because of the beer bug.
So they're quite a good band then.
Yeah, Cabin Boy are brilliant. It's like an electronic core sort of sound.
Yeah.
We've seen them. I've seen Raucous Reds there a few times. They're amazing. They're friends with us.
That's what I did last time as well. I put them on. I did a Skype interview them last time as well on the. So you might have seen that as well. Raucous Red. I interviewed them.
Yeah.
Just getting them on, and also played their single on the shows too. So.
Oh, which one?
And Fat Cats.
Oh yes, I'm on that.
Are you on that? Yeah, they were saying that to you.
Yeah, because there's can we swear in this interview?
Yeah.
Just Okay, cool.
It's
So,
going on the tube anyway, so
okay. So there's the bit in the build-up just before the second chorus, which the line is "Where's my fucking money?" But yeah, I said that.
yeah.
And there's an ongoing joke with our band and their band that their song "Fat Cats" sounds a lot like our song "Kill Everything." So
It's mostly
Fat
like the
Cat.
beginning part of it, though. It's
Yeah,
definitely the beginning part.
it's mainly the way I hear it is the riff and the simplicity of it, because
Yeah.
especially the chorus, it's not over the top. And I originally wrote "Kill Everything" because it's simple, you can bounce to it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then Jamie went, "Oh, I've written this song. Tell me what you think." And I went, "That sounds a lot like Kill Everything." So, yeah, but it's not. Can you record a little voice snippet for the song just so we can have it in? So you've stole my riff and you want me to sing on it? Yeah, go on then. It was quite funny.
Funnily enough, Jamie actually has a part in manipulation games as well, along with Dyson, because there's a bit where it's kind of like a choir bit in the just at the end of the first breakdown. It's like a choir, like woes and everything, and Jamie and Dyson decided to put their vocals together and just sing that bit for me. So technically, they got a part in our song and all.
So that's sort of Death Grillsy sound that I'm hearing in the track. I think it's that somewhere. I hear that somewhere. I don't know if
that's either Ed or Dawson. I think it's Ed.
That's Ed.
That was the result of a week of recording up in Manchester, and then you'd think that being around us like in small proximity, we'd hate each other, but when we got to doing the vocals at the end, I think I was pretty knackered, and then I think I fell asleep for about an hour and a half. I woke up and like most of the vocal takes were done. So, oh, go on then, listen to this. Oh, that's not it. No, that's Ed. Really? Yeah. Nice.
so.
Yeah.
Does Death Grills does that sort of deathly sound? So he does a bit of that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. It's quite fun that you guys took how Fat Cats or not Fat Cats, Walker's Red takes
Jamie's gonna hate us.
us in that. It's like it's fine with that Talkie episodes as well. Like Hammond took a bit off Jeremy's car or something and slops them around or something.
Yeah.
That was remember as I said there was something on Talk Gears like that where they do all the trips and that they take parts of their cars and put them on different parts. That was just funny what they did. It's great. You must have a close connection to Walker's Red. Then you must be like one of your sort of close bands. I guess if you wanted to, if you supported them when you.
Yeah. We supported them. They supported us. Vic's been friends with Jamie since like they were kids. So there's that connection.
We were in college. Me and Jamie have been best friends since we were in college.
Oh, I thought you were like childhood friends.
No. It's just college friends. And then he left me for 2 years. I think I slipped that one in there. He's really going to hate us with Fat Cats. He can hate me with that as well.
They'll be listening, I reckon. They'll be listening to this as well. And
I hope so.
yeah, it'll be great. Everyone, you just get it out there as well. Get it out on social media when this is out. That's what we need to do. So we move on to another question. Then you guys want to move to another question? Then do you have a specific genre? What's the genre of metal do you guys play? What's the genre?
We don't have one.
That was a specific one. You just play metal. That's all.
It is mostly rock, metal, that type of thing, but it kind of varies depending on what we write. Because with the singles we have out now, we've got Little Miss Arrogant, where it's really catchy, really rocky.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, like that. And then you've got Kill Everything, where it's probably one of our heaviest songs. And then you've got Manipulation Games, where it's kind of in the middle, like between Little Miss Arrogant and Kill Everything, because it's really heavy, but it's also really catchy as well, I think.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Got a song planned in the future that sounds like Dragon Force.
no doubt, and Martin will pass that on to me, and I'll get it on the show. That'll be fun. And hopefully that'll be into soon. That'll be great. And it'll sound like the old school Dragon Force, like the Fire and Frames or something.
Yeah.
Well, when we started writing the song, what I thought was quite funny is because I think I was having a break for a bit because everything was kicking off and everyone just needed a bit of time to themselves for a bit. And I came back and then the rest of the guys were like, "Oh, we worked out this rhythm." So, "Oh, cool. Well, I've worked out a lead. See if it works." And then it just fit together perfectly. And then we just sort of looked at each other and went, "What?" And then when we recorded all the demos and stuff for it, I remember I was clicking to it and I went, "How fast is 200 BPM? Okay, what key is it in? C sharp. Okay." And I flick through what other songs I know, and Through the Fire and the Flames is 200 BPM and in C sharp.
So you kind of, it will sound similar then.
Yeah, I think I sent it to my friend, and he just went, "Is this a Dragon Force song?" "No, it's a One Still Standing song." And he went, "I'm going to listen to Dragon Force now because you put me in the mood." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'll have to hear when it's finished and that. I got to hear at some point for sure. And
send it over to you.
no doubt Martin from Bespoke PR, he'll probably pass me on to that and send you the new track. He's sent me a lot of bands, so I can just give a shout out to him as well, as he'll be hearing it as well. And I should just get some name drops in the stream as well, so people can hear this.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to another question then, is one that you might like, Ken. What's your hobbies and interests? Hobbies and interests.
I'll let Vic go first.
Oh, yay. I don't know, at the minute I've just been staying calm at the minute with because obviously going back to work and everything, it's a bit difficult to actually do much at the moment. That's why most of my interest actually goes into music itself. Obviously I'm doing One Still Standing stuff, and I'm trying to get a couple of my own things in as well. So that's mostly my hobbies and interests at the minute, other than watching Netflix and playing on the Xbox every now and then. That's about it, because I can't really do much else. Usually I'd go out every weekend, go see my friends, go to the pub, get drunk, or just go out and have a good time. But because it's kind of restricting, it's kind of difficult to do anything.
Yeah, same here. I mean, what is it you do your music then? Is it solo music then?
Kind of. Me and Jamie are kind of joining together to kind of create something very different to what we usually do. It's literally just a side project. It's not really anything. It's just something that we want to just record, and just see how it goes or whatever, because it's just something different to what we usually do. So, we'll see.
I'm going to say the boring answer and just say pretty much the same as Vic. I play a lot of music. I work. I play Xbox and watch Netflix.
Same thanks.
Great life.
So great copy and paste or something pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there any specific games you play on the Xbox then?
I love No Man's Sky because it's huge. You can fly to planets that look amazing. The scale is huge, and Earth's not doing pretty good at the moment, so why not go to other planets?
That's what we used to play during lockdown, wasn't it, together? Was that the one?
Yeah. There was that one, and one that was very similar to it, the Journey to Savage Planet, I think.
Oh, I think that might have been it.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, it was one of them two.
It was that.
It was years ago.
I don't know, No Man's Sky. I was massively into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot when that came out earlier this year. I love Dragon Ball games, all Dragon Ball games, because they're awesome.
That as well. That's cool.
Yeah, it's I'm waiting for the next DLC to come out, and Bandai need to pull their finger out because the game came out in January and we're still waiting for DLC.
Hopefully,
But
they won't, hopefully they're not. Hopefully, they're not doing that innocent thing that games would do. I know that's a thing that lots of games do. You want to wait on this patch or DLC to come out, and you don't get any communication. It's this point.
well,
It's ridiculous as well.
that's what I like about No Man's Sky because the game came out, I think it's like 3 years ago, but when they released it, because they had to release it early, a lot of what they wanted to do they couldn't put into the game yet. So the game still gets updates. Like I think it's had nearly 12 updates this year, and then with all the patch notes, the game just expands more and more, and it's absolutely stunning.
That's going to be cool. And they just have to do it some other games there as well. And just feels like games these days don't seem to have much communication, and we want to try and get the thing. We want people asking for this and that.
Mm.
Um,
What are you playing, Vic? I think you're playing Sims 4, aren't you? I keep seeing pop up.
Like, it's really sad, but I'm kind of like obsessed with it right now, like building houses and like creating careers in like with Sims and everything, and it just kind of like depresses me because it's like I wish my house would look like this. And I wish like I could just like go to work, not even like actually be at work, and it just fast forwards time until it finishes. It's just like, oh my god. But
I
yeah.
think everyone likes Sims, don't they? Is it quite? Is it quite? Is it? What's the things you can do in this Sims 4 game?
You can get loads of like packages with it. The one that I've got now is like kind of a get famous thing, but that's mostly for like obviously you can use social media to get like a bit of fame. You can use like you can go into acting, like doing TV shows and everything, and you can literally just do any job possible, but it's mostly for like building houses and decorating them. A lot of people do it for because you can just get so imaginative with it, and you can literally just be like, oh, I want to do this. And if you do it in like a normal house that they like kind of built themselves, you're just like, oh, I don't want to ruin it, but you're just like, if you just create your own, you could do whatever you want to it. You can destroy rooms, you can like rebuild certain things. It's great.
Yeah,
See, I play Sims for a different reason. Instead of making a really, really beautiful, massive house, I made my house. I made me, and then I tried to be as mischievous as I can. I think I've broke up 4 weddings. Uh, I broke up 2 marriages, and I'm pretty sure I've like killed about 8 people. Just like, oh yeah, come into my house, and yeah, come into this room here, and take away the door. Bye.
I was going to say, there's actually some people that actually make a death room. So you put a whole bunch of Sims in like one room where you don't have any food for them, no entertainment whatsoever. You take the door away. They have no hygiene, so they stink. They piss themselves to death. They basically starve to death, and because they don't have the energy to do anything, they just die. So
Sounds
I
like the
know
next
that people have done that.
that sounds fun. They got game. You can form like bands in it or something as well. Frame bands. That's something I want to know.
You could probably like make bands like make all band members into one household
You
and
can.
have it like RJ Os, Vic Os, Owen Os.
But can you actually get them? Do they have instruments for them to actually play, like
Yeah,
guitar?
you can get guitars, you can get grand pianos, you can get keyboards, a karaoke machine, a microphone. With the nightlife and the famous one, obviously, you can teach your Sims how to sing. And with cheats, you can make them sing better in a matter of seconds. Yeah, you can kind of make a band with them, but whether or not they can play to the exact same thing as you is another matter. They're just going to play their own thing, and it's like, but yeah.
That'd be
To be
cool.
fair, they do speak more sense than us, and they're not even English.
No, they got their own language, don't they?
I think I've played it that much, I might be able to speak that language soon.
I don't even know what to speak. I used to play the old Sims games back in the day, back in the Nintendo DS, but man, I've not played them for years. I play a bit of wrestling games, like enough. Play a bit of that. I mean, in the WWE 2K games that you have, you can create some good wrestlers, so you can make them like metalheads. It's kind of quite a good thing to do. I mean, I just
I think my
enjoy
brother,
that.
brother plays UFC, so that's sort of similar. You can create people and beat each other up.
Is UFC like the same then? Is it kind of based around the WWE 2K then? It's not the same. It's not the
Sure.
same game itself. I mean,
No, I don't know. I'll just walk into my brother's room, and every now and then he'll say, "Oh, look at this kick," and then "Oh, who you fighting? Manny Pacquiao." Okay, let's pretend I don't know who that is. Who's
so
that? That's such and such. I don't know who that is. Conor McGregor. I know him.
there might be like custom characters then or something that you can create in the game. So
Yeah,
it'll
I
be like
think so.
there probably is that maybe. There could be things that I've not played it myself, but I know you can do wrestlers in WWE 2K, which is cool. And you can add like all your piercings, tattoos. There's an online image uploader as well, so you can get banned t-shirts as well, which is another good thing. So you can take a attacker shot and put them on him on the wrestler. You can take a
Oh, okay.
slipknot shot. You might see them on my channel. Actually, I've got a couple of guys on the channel. See him headbang, obviously. I'd say at the end actually, and I need you to say it then. But yeah, you can check my wrestlers. There's a few matches on the channel. There's a couple of my customized ones there as well. Just made up ones, so they're not based on real life characters. So it's kind of they're just fake ones that are made up, and just they're really done quite well. Yeah, but I play a few other games. I do play a bit of racing games as well, racing simulator games. They should then do a bit. I'll play a bit of that, and I've played the Any Tony Hawk's game as well, which is quite cool. It's pretty good.
Oh,
So.
I've heard it good. I've not got it yet, but I've heard it's good.
Oh man, I think it's going to be the best game this year.
It's proper like nostalgia, isn't it? So you've got like the original, like you've got some of the original like skate parks from the original series.
Yeah,
Like,
but all
yeah,
redone. Its graphics are pretty good as well, and you can pretty much do custom skaters as well, but it's not as not as high, not a big sweep to create your skaters. But I mean, you can give them like long hair and face paint and stuff.
yeah.
But, man, it's a great game, and I definitely think you'll have a great time having a great time skating in it. And it's one of these games I think I'll just keep you glued to the stream for like hours on end. It's been great. I mean, I played it a few times over the past. I've played it a few times, and it's really good. I need to try and step myself back into it again. Not played it since a few weeks now. I might get back in there, but it's a great game, and I think I highly recommend you getting it as well. Hopefully, they're bringing up some new content as well, DLC. I'll have to find out. I've not had any. There's not been any updates on it. I'm trying to look for some updates, but I've not seen anything. So hopefully the studio will bring out some information soon, because it's one of the best games. We have to support it. If everyone's bought it, then there needs to be good support coming in the future.
What thing are they with? Is it EA?
No, Activision.
Yeah, they're usually all right. It's because I think it was made by EA, so you can have this new board, but you got to pay like 20 actual quid for it. And you can buy an actual skateboard for 20 quid.
Yeah, like microtransactions. They just want to maybe not bother the DLC, but I mean, if they give out free DLC, then half and half is probably fine. So never know, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future of the game holds. So it should be good. And then the Skater XL game, which came out before that, was pretty much. I don't know if it's dead in the water now, but that's another skateboarding game that came out not too long ago as well on the console. And the skateboards, it's a bit similar. It's not like you're doing challenges or getting points. It's a bit arcadey. Not as arcadey as Tony Hawk's, but Skate XL is just free roam, so you just get around the map.
I did play Skate 3 quite a lot.
Did you?
I do love that game. I love all the little glitches of it. I think my favourite glitch is, the Super Mega Skate Park.
No, I've not played that game actually, but yeah, it must be.
got a ramp where it just sort of goes down, but instead of going down it on a skateboard, you can just run down it and just. It's just one of the stupid glitches on there.
Does the character this thing get Gretzy legs or something?
Yeah, there's certain parts of the game that's broken. Like if you do a certain jump in this certain part, you'll end up shooting to the other end of the map. But it's more like okay, this looks like a ramp, and then you try and just walk up it, and then you're just walking up backwards, and it's
you just get framed out the map or something.
yeah.
I know what you mean. You probably get out of the universe thing you call it, as to say. But I don't play Skate 3, but I mean, I hope for the be a Skate 4. I think there was the Skate 4 announced, I've heard, but I'm hoping that'll be the next gen console. I think to be good.
Might be
Getting a new console is going to be fantastic. I think. Don't know if you going to get. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to get a new Xbox. The new Xbox. The more higher up one than the ones that you got. It's basically a tower block than done that.
I've seen out of the two of them, like I've got an Xbox One at the moment, but I think aesthetically for the two of them, I think I do like Xbox the way that it's set out. But at the moment, PlayStation, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, it's just got much more games that look like the sort of thing I'd want to play.
Yeah, and a PS man as well. I play PlayStation.
Traitor.
So PS5 is insane. I think it's going to be insane.
It's like I don't get why people's like, oh well, you need to have this or you need to have this. I had PlayStation 1, 2, and an Xbox 360 and a 1. So I'm on either for both of them. So
cross platforms.
I'll either get the Xbox X and the PlayStation 5 together, or neither.
To be honest, when I was younger, I used to have like loads of different like consoles and everything. I had like a GameCube, and I think I had like
a GameCube.
As long as I could play games on it, I didn't really care what I had. I still don't really care what I have, as long as I know how to work it.
Yeah. The simple work then. PS N64 was my day as well, my jam back in the day. And
I bought something in America off something that I saw on Facebook. It's like it looks like a little NES console, but I think it's got like a Raspberry Pi like mother stick in it. But you've got 40 plus consoles in this little box, from Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, all the way to like PlayStation 1. It only cost me like 15 quid, but there's out of all, I think it's got like over 50,000 games, and out of all of them, I want to play one. Disney's Hercules from PlayStation 1. Best game ever.
I never knew about that, actually. That Raspberry thing.
I love it. It's such a great game. You've got Danny DeVito's voice in the first episode, in the first part of it, and just rule number 95, kid, concentrate. Rule number 96, aim. It's like, I love the film, and the game's just brilliant.
Good stuff. I mean, it's been a great conversation about game stuff, and it's gone about this forever. And you guys want to move to another question then?
Yeah,
Sure.
And what gear do you guys, instruments and gear and basses, do on these? This is a more important one, I think. Just a bit more to your home, I guess.
Well, Vic's answer's shorter.
Was that?
Well, Vic's answer's not as long.
Okay.
She doesn't use a lot of gear.
I only have like a microphone. It's a wireless microphone, so it's all good.
So simple.
I am looking at getting a new one though at some point, just to get a better one. To be honest, I kind of want to go like a bit more with like my microphones and everything, but I'm not sure which one I'll want to get yet. I think I'm just still looking into it and still trying to afford it.
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. But all I need is just a microphone and my loud mouth.
Yeah.
That's the last thing everyone needs.
Now on to RJ's answer, which is probably going to take up an hour of this call.
No, I've positioned everything so it's not going to take as long. Right, so I'll quickly do it on it. How do I switch? So I've got my white Les Paul called Casper,
That's
which
cool. Very
I've
cool.
had since I was about 14. It was given to me by a friend of ours called Faye, and it's been my go-to guitar for years. Got the green one, which was in the Man Games video. Got a gold one. I've got this, which is used on a track that is not yet released. Okay, slide. So we've got that.
Wow. That's
Which
it.
sounds
That's like Jimmy Page's guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I called this one Jimmy because of Jimmy Page.
Oh wow. That's guessing that's
Yeah.
because he uses that guitar, something similar. SG.
Yeah, Stairway, I think
That's
it was.
insane.
But we've got a song planned for that that's mental, and I can't wait for everyone to hear that one. I also use the Whammy DT. So on this side you've got the drop tune, so you can turn it down, and so my guitar is always in drop D, but we've got songs that are in drop C sharp, drop A, so you could just drop that down on here. And then on this side you've got the whammy, so with a song like Little Miss Arrogant, you drop it down 2 into drop C and click, and then you've got the 2 octaves up, so you put the whammy on, it goes ba da 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 wa da 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 da. So that's pretty cool. I've got amps there, Marshall amps, and a 4x12, and this thing.
And there's that's cool.
This is my alien pedal. It's got all my guitar tones. It's got a synth in it. It's got loads of random magic. But
that's insane. That one. That's good. That must take a long time to set all that up as well. That thing. So you got quite a good day. You got lots of ways Epiphones you played in.
Yeah, I've got a Gibson as well. It's in another one of the rooms, but even though I've got a Gibson, it's like I've always gone to Epiphone because there's a certain thing about the feel of all of them. It's like all of them feel so different. But I think when I first got my Gibson, the band that I was with at the time, the rhythm guitarist kept saying, "Oh, you need to get a Gibson." It's like Epiphone's good, but you need to get a Gibson. And I got a Gibson, showed him it, and he went, "If you sell that, you can get 2 more." I was like, "I've just got one, and you wanted me to sell it." Yeah, I used to gig with amps all the time, but my back started aching a lot more carrying everything. So with that pedal, you can just plug it straight into the PA, and as long as you can hear yourself back, then everything sounds all right.
Good stuff. So quite wireless to some things as well.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
I've also got a kalimba.
That's
which will be used in a song.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
There was something at the start, intro or something, and then I'll just call that something very heavy. Or a speaking on something.
Oh yeah. I can't say a lot about the song, but yeah, I really like it. Probably because I wrote it, but I really like it.
That'd be great to hear as well. I've another one in the bag to hear.
Yeah, hopefully that should be like when we release our EP. Once everything's recorded, that will be on the EP, so everyone gets to hear what is on the EP. We've got, is it 2 old songs, or 2 not old songs, 2 of our early songs that weren't recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Layers, Man Games, and then the 3 new songs.
Good stuff. That'd be funny. That'd be fun to hear all that. Fun to hear all the tracks in EP, and I'll probably share one track at a time or something on the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really good seeing you again that, and so thank you very much for that. That's great. And so I'll move on to another question then. And how do you guys perform live then? Do you have a routine to perform live? How you set up in that?
Energy is the only way I can explain us live.
We do have some form of routine. We do tend to drink a little bit before we go on stage. Liquid confidence and all that, but we do bring a lot of energy to our shows, and we try to include people as much as we can, and we have such a great chemistry on stage because we are such good friends anyway, and we're practically like a family, so it makes it even better. Just to, like, perform, just do what we all love doing, and it sounds amazing.
That's what you want to do. You want to try and enjoy yourselves when you're all up on the stage and that playing heavy music. So that's what it's about.
Even on our first gig, there's certain things that, like, obviously when we first gigged together, it was, I seem to remember the sound being particularly bad, but we still try to put on a performance. There was a trick that I did completely out of the blue where I grab the guitar and I turn around and spin it. It's like a tornado sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't so much do that anymore, but we do, like, during songs like Kill Everything, we'll go into the crowd and get everyone to get down and all jump up at the same time. Like Spit It Out by Slipknot.
That's the thing. You have like a wee sort of very crowd thing as well going on. That's fun.
Well, there was a gig we did, I think, in September of last year as well, where it wasn't one of our best gigs. It was, I can't remember why. There was some kind of friction, and you can't all have like perfect gigs all the time, but that was sort of like, even though I think we all played fine, I think there was just something that was sort of was off. But even then, like when we did the first song, we were getting, we jumped into the crowd and we were getting everyone to do a circle bit. And if they wouldn't like move with us, we've got 4 out of 5 members of One Still Standing with wireless. So we're all just on the floor, running circles around people that are all just like, yeah. So even if everyone else doesn't have much energy, we'll still bring it.
I mean, there was one gig that I'm like really, really happy about, still happy about, is the one that we did with Sumo Psycho. And we made it with them, and that was the most amazing experience, like, ever. It was so great. Like, the people there were amazed, and they actually joined us, and they actually, like, we all connected. It was so great, and we couldn't have asked for a better gig. That, like, I think that was in December. So I think that was the last gig we did for the year, and it literally went out with a bang, and it was great.
Yeah, it was amazing. There was lots about that gig. It was the atmosphere, it was the people, it was the venue. I've known Sumo Psycho, well, not personally. I've listened to him since I was at college. So when we got the message in, I think it was like August, so, oh, we're gigging in December in Leicester, do you want to support us? And I just went, yes. I don't care if we don't get paid. I want to play. So I was sitting there fangirling. Well, in fact, I would have been fangirling if there was, I think I had a bit of pain in my ribs. And then there was one song called Crowd Control where I was just like, oh yeah, I need to get up and dance for this. And I was in the pit for like 2 seconds, and Owen just punched me in the ribs again. I was like, okay, I'll stand back. And enjoy it. I'm just sitting there in agony. And then there's another song comes on and says, oh, I want to get up for that. And then I just look at Owen like, no, I'm staying away from you.
There's lots of stuff that goes into gigs. When you do it, you really want to do something. You want to get up there and play. That's what it's about. Myself, I always struggled as a band. I struggled as myself as a guitarist. Then I kind of struggled to get into bands, get bands going in general. It wasn't an easy thing. So I can't really explain as much. I just didn't really enjoy it as much. Me and the band. We go out there. We played like we did a few bands in the past. Myself, I've been in a few bands. I've seen bands that just never really got out there, obviously, and around our scene. There's one gig that we played a few years back, last year actually. We were in a band. We were in a covers metal band. We played like one gig together, but yeah, it didn't. It was really good. It was really good that I got the opportunity to play a gig there, but and yeah, and it feels a lot harder to do the work in a band as well. Like we want like a unit or something, like a cohesive unit, and that's what I mean. We want really kind of getting to play as much, because also the drummers and that had other things I think as well. So it's always a thing. I mean, that's what struggled it. So, but yeah, you never know if something else might come along. I enjoy doing what I'm doing in my radio shows. So I seem to enjoy that a lot more now, playing bands rather than being in the band. So I seem to enjoy that. I definitely enjoy that a lot more, because I'm playing you guys, and obviously some other bands as well. So there's so many, some of the Edinburgh bands as well that I play as well. I play lots of Edinburgh bands, so you might want to know some of them as well.
Oh, definitely.
So if you play Edinburgh one day, maybe play at Opium, and there's a venue called Opium up here. We've got some bands with Dog Tired, and we've got some Thrash on FEM. It's a few bands to name. Oh, so many bands. Edinburgh metal scene is fairly big. It's fairly alright. It's not a big scene, but I mean it's a decent scene of local metal bands for sure. So there's lots of local bands, and I think in a way it's quite a lot of bands. We have local bands in the city that we have. I'd probably make like a big list of names of bands, and there's Dog Tired, totally Dog Tired, If You Am, so many. I whistle for that. And so
My favourite Scottish band at the moment is Ailstorm.
Hailstorm.
Yeah, pirate metal. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. I saw them at Budstock. They were saying last couple of years ago, Budstock 2018. They were playing on the main stage, and with the big massive duck that they have at the back. That's fun, and they threw it around to the crowd. That was really good, that gig. And they got that song as well. And I think it's I don't know what it's called. I know the one that I mean. It's got all that square in it as well.
Is it the one about the anchor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanker.
Yeah. That's a great.
That's a good one. It's quite fun as well. I mean, I don't. My pal actually, like one of my friends, likes power metal as well. He's into that sort of piratey metal as well, so he enjoys that as well. So he's actually a singer in the band. Actually, he enjoys power metal. I mean, which Dragon Force was saying earlier, and and also I think they fall in that category as well as Dragon Force. It's one of these bands that make fun, try to be fun and be unique. And they have like this sort of mascot, I guess. So I'll say Dragon Force, like the video games.
Yeah.
Like a video game music they're playing, like, and then obviously Ailstorm's like pirate metal, they're pirates pretty much. So they should be on a pirate ship. And same maybe like Sabaton as well. They might be falling that, so they fall in the category. Maybe they're maybe more like tanks or something, but they saw in that spot. You can kind of tell now. And some bands have their own mascot, and so many bands that do that. It's unique, it's something unique. But man, Bloodstock was fun. Bloodstock. Actually, I was going to go on a question actually, and if you guys want to play your dream gig, I'm guessing your dream gig would be at Bloodstock or New Download Festival. That dream gig, and where would you like to play about? That's another question I'm going on
to. I really want to play Download. Downloads. Yeah, I think for me, Download will probably be the festival that I want to play at.
Yeah.
Although the venue that I want to play at is Wembley Stadium. Go hard or go home.
Because that's when Metallica played as well. They played at Wembley. They played a gig there, didn't they? A few years back. And Download Festival would be amazing as well. It's up your street as well, so it's quite handy. You guys might build up to the main stage and play a tent or something, and then you guys get up to the main stage where all the big acts are, and like Slipknot and that, with all these bands.
Could you imagine supporting Slipknot? I'm.
Would you like to support them?
Oh, there's so many bands that I want to support.
There's too many bands to name as well. Is it?
Oh, definitely.
Metal's thriving with bands.
Hmm.
It's even difficult to say what band I would like to support as well. If I was in a band, if I was still in a band, then I would still like to support what's in my homie bands, of course. But maybe as in general and as a big band, I would like to, Miss Your Girl would be quite fun to support. I think.
Yeah.
I like their stuff, and there's something maybe similar interest as well. I mean, Slipknot would be amazing as well.
Hmm.
I think they would be massive, right enough. Because they play a lot of big venues anyway. In general, Slipknot.
Make their own fest.
Yeah, not fest as well. Right enough. That's been happening this year as well. They might have it in the UK as well, and obviously that will also start. But I hope they'll have it hopefully next year. Fingers crossed. I mean, Knotfest and Nedworth or something, is it? I believe it's called where it is.
Yeah, Nebworth used to have Sonosphere Festival.
Is that where they held that then? They held it
I think they only went for about 3, maybe 4 years. I went 1 year, but I think they did it 2008 to 2011 or 12, and I went in 2009.
Yeah, but they've never done it. They've never done it since back then. They've never done it. They've not done it for years now. I'm not really sure they didn't know what I was something is to say the festival. Maybe just run out of money or something. They promote the promotion or something that owns it. Maybe just run out of money and it's Download Festival. I think it's like the main one. I mean, Salisbury was pretty big as well. I remember that festival as well, but I've never been to it because it's never happened. It's not happened for years, so I think the time. I think it was like 2000. I think it might have been 2014 was the last one. I believe they did in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was the last one they did, and it's not been done since then. So it's quite surprising. It's one of these festivals that started struggling to actually happen again. So I mean, I like to get to a fest. I would like to get to Bloodstock again if I went. And it was good seeing Gojira as well. Gojira were a great band as well, headlining one of the nights. It was great. Well, we've got a few more questions to ask before we wrap this interview up. So, have you got any plans for a mini tour? When this is all over, would you want to do like a wee mini tour around the UK or something? Or is a mini tour?
Well, when we get the EP out and everything, we probably want to try and do our own little headline tour, EP release tour type of thing, which won't be so bad. Obviously, we've possibly got a couple of songs coming out before the EP anyway, but we haven't really spoke about it. All we're trying to focus on at the minute, especially with lockdown and everything, we're just trying to focus on getting this EP recorded and everything.
Yeah. Once you get all that done, then you can probably get a mini tour on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that would be the case. You guys will play some gigs in Scotland as well.
Yeah.
So that would be fun.
A few places in Scotland play.
Where would you play in Scotland?
There's play. I think it's called Studio 12 in Glasgow. Might be Studio 12, Studio 123. I can't remember. But it's not a big venue, but it's a fairly small venue. But every gig that I've seen there has just been completely rammed, and yeah, even though the room's completely rammed, you can't really move. But that would where you get all your hot, sweaty messes all just moshing together, and then we'll jump down and join them.
Yeah.
Crammed in or something like sardines or something in that venue.
Yeah. See, to me that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Do I have a bit of mossing then?
load of people like bunched together anymore, but just the thought of everyone having like instead of just like, oh, we're gonna have a wall of death or we're gonna have a circle pit. No, just you're close to everyone, just hug everybody. and then we'll bash into kill everything. And now you can beat each other up.
I'm gonna say one of these days we'll put that into kill everything when we do like perform again. We'll literally it's like, come on, give us all a cuddle, give us all a cuddle, and then we'll just go back into it. One of these days we will do that. I really miss gigging. I really do.
Yeah. I hope we gigs start up again. ASAP. That'll just be one of the main things. So man, just missing them as well. And it's just in the meantime I would just interview more bands, I guess. And I went and seen Iffy. They did like a sort of gig music video. And one of my homie bands, as I say, Iffy, fresh band. And there's a music video that they had set at one of the venues up in Edinburgh, and I was in there, and there's a canned venue as well, so pretty much with sardines there, and we had a music video set and filmed there, so we had all the crowd and obviously one of these live music videos, and it was filmed there, and there's a briefly in it somewhere as well, and actually talking about that, I need to try and get them on the chat one day as well. And if you try to get them interviewed some point as well. I mean, they'll be missing their gigs as well.
Yeah.
And all the bands will just be saying the same thing, and this would be just the thing to do in the meantime, just to speak to people, and that is just to chat to more bands. So
I think it is really difficult for local bands at the moment because obviously because we all can't gig or anything, and there are probably quite a few bands that don't even have access to like a studio or anything, and it's kind of hard to like kind of get people together, especially as you're not really supposed to be like very close to one another, so it's very difficult for like local bands to like try and get more music out there. I mean, I think we are doing the best that we can, and like I appreciate like all the support that people have given us, and just like with what we've been trying to do together. It is just really difficult. I hate this situation. It's shit.
Yes, I do as well. Wish it was going to go away sooner and later. Everything could go back to normal, and everyone can just practice again in that as well.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You can get in there. Because you only in a room the size of a bedroom anyway, a practice studio. It's a small space and you are crammed in. So, and that's the problem. You need to have like a big warehouse or something to practice in. Like the bus depot, as I was saying earlier, that would be a good practice space for this time as well.
Yeah.
I think the thing as well at the moment is it's not just musicians that are missing out on the gigs as well. It's a lot of people that say, for example, say things aren't particularly happy at home, for example, but there's a feeling that you get, like whether you see a massive band in a stadium or whether you see a small like little pub band playing, it's a sort of, I always think that music's just a way to escape. It's like I play a lot of music to try and stop my brain thinking certain things, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people can't get at the moment. So not everyone can play music, but a lot of people enjoy seeing live music.
Yeah.
So it's not just affecting musicians, it also affects everyone else. Obviously you've got the entertainment industry, so you've got the likes of venues like the Shed, that because they can't let people in and they can't put on bands, it's bad for them. It's
100%.
So it's not just musicians, but it's everything with it as well. So the venues, the fans, the booking agents, everything that mixes together just to get a little bit of release, and yet that's taken. It affects a lot of people a lot of ways, and over the last few months especially, it's mentally like scarring certain people.
Yeah.
Like not everyone can for example, a lot of people ended up losing their jobs. So it's you know, that small little release that you can have, you can't even get that anymore.
Yeah.
Which is really quite shit, and I think we should write a song about it.
Everyone's going to be writing songs about this as well, and
Yeah.
Devil Driver did it as well,
Mm.
and they did a song earlier this year because of the situation. Obviously, they did a song, and Don't Stay Away From Me it was called, and that was something about this whole situation that we're at the moment. And so I know what I mean, and everyone will just have to put pay-per-view gigs for this time being. That's maybe going to be the thing. Some of these bands are doing at the moment is pay-per-view gigs, like virtual gigs, and that's something that some bands are doing. Not every band, but some bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just not going to have the same experience. These gigs, these pay-per-view gigs, they want to try and go there and actually see them live. That's what they mean. That's what it's about. So
It's going to take a while before everything can get back to normal,
and
it'll be really nice just to like try and help people out as much as we can.
yeah. But yeah, we'll maybe not talk about too much about this now, actually, and we'll maybe just ask you on the last question, because I think we're going to wrap this interview up now, where you, if you are right. So the last question is anything you would like to say to the listeners? So this is like shout out questions. So shout anything maybe you want to say something about check it, like where you want to find you guys and where you want to check you out about and that as well.
RJ, you go first.
First, like, obviously shit's going down for a lot of things, but keep your head up, it will get better. And you can find us on YouTube and Spotify and Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and obviously music video as well, of course, and you'll be on YouTube obviously. That's it. I'm guessing it's under the One Still Standing band, isn't it? UK or One Still Standing UK. So that's then yeah. What else do you want to say for the? What else do you want to say for the end of anything else? And you want to say as well?
Basically, I know everything's shit at the moment, but don't let anybody bring you down. Because I know, like, I've noticed a lot of things like on Facebook and everything when it comes to like body image and everything, or just mental health and everything. And we know it's difficult at this time, especially, and it's going to be hard to like not listen to those voices in your head or listen to other people about the shit that they say about you, but do not let them bring you down. You are you, and you are perfect. You are a beautiful human. So yeah. Yes, plant it.
That's what we want. Yeah, but thank you very much for doing this interview. This has been really good for you guys taking the time to do this. And
thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. So if you want to check me out, and you can check out the band interviews playlist, and it should be on CM Headbanger, and then go to band interview playlist so you can check out some of the interviews that I've done with the bands. And so I mean, make sure you check me out, CM Headbanger, and give us a like and some like and comment, as everyone would say. I don't tend to like to say subscribe to everything, like it's kind of automatic. A lot of these YouTubers just come out of these same sayings all the time.
Everybody like, subscribe, and share it. If you don't say it, I will.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that's what we need. Get it out on social media. And I'm going to end it here then, guys. But thank you very much for taking the time to interview, and this has been a pleasure. And
No
so
problem.